guys, so today I'm going to be filming a commentary video. This is just a group jump lesson, the first one I've had since he has been back from the paddock. You guys know how this works. Basically I talk about pros and cons, what I could have done better, and pretty much what my brain was thinking. So let's get started. Okay, so we're just coming around in trot. Now I'm preparing for my first canter transition. Now that was really nice. So as I'm coming into it, I'm kind of quickening him up a little bit, but half halting so he keeps the balance, but perking him up so we know something's going on. Now as I'm going around, I'm traveling on a light seat to try and get him to stretch his legs a little bit, and trying to kind of get a bit of a, we're on the left, aren't we? So trying to get a bit of a left inside lead, left inside bend. Is what I'm trying to say. And he gets quite up and back, so I'm trying to get him like not on the forehand, but a little bit further downhill, if you get what I'm trying to say. Now here again, we're just stretching our legs, just cantering around. Nothing much to report. What I'm trying to do as well is keep my thighs like vertical, if that makes sense, so they're not creeping up over the knee roll of the saddle, because that's quite a habit for me. Coming up to our first jump here. Quite a nice distance. It was okay, it wasn't great. Now that little kick I did there before was because he was either going to take, the 4 strides, or he was going to do 3 and a chip, and I kind of went for the 3 strides. So here what I'm doing again, just keeping my inside leg on so he's continuing traveling forward. It looks quite nice. Again, here as I come around every corner, I try and get a little bit more inside bend, and that kind of helps me gain my balance as I'm coming up towards the jump. So I think we have that was a bit of a chip there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was 4. So what I should have done there was pushed my leg on and made him go for that 3 strides. Reason being is because he gave me that chip. Now here, because I'm sitting, I put my... Okay, he takes off on the wrong leg there. So what I do is I come straight back. I prepare myself again, because preparation is everything in canter transitions. I sit, put heaps of inside bend on, and push my leg on, and he canters straight off. So I think it's kind of all about the preparation, particularly when you're cantering. And our transitions have gotten so much better since I have discovered that. Pretty nice. 1, 2, 3. So that was better, because coming up to that, I kind of had a longer stride, and it helped me out to get those 3 strides in the middle without too much struggle. Now here we're coming around. I stay in a light seat because I wanted to travel forward. Then I kind of sit up a little bit and back. 1, 2, 3, pretty good. That was a pretty big long spot, but if he was to take 4 then, it would have made it quite chippy. Now as you can see here, every time I land, I'm trying to gain heaps of balance going around the corners, which is quite a difficult task for me, because I always focus on coming in, as opposed to coming out, if you know what I'm saying. So I need to really learn how to ride my after jump better and how to land better. So here again, I'm traveling on quite a light seat. Coming in, I sit back. Now I'm counting 1, 2, 3. I missed a stride there when I was counting. But I'm counting as I'm coming in. Here we're actually coming up to a vertical. That was a really nice distance, really nice release. But as you can see here, he kind of barrels around the corner, and my instructor there was yelling at me, more balance, and that's kind of what I need when I land. Now here we're coming around. I'm pretty sure they've gone... No, haven't got up to verticals yet. Yeah, one has. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but as he lands, he drifts towards the inside, kind of like a motorbike, and that's what you want to avoid. So here we're coming in, pretty nice distance. He did take off a little bit early, but see here, see how I'm trying to balance him? So in order for me to balance him, I try and get him round and half halt every stride to the point where he calms down. Now here, I'm thinking I'm riding quite a good corner, but actually I'm not. Now watching this back. Pretty nice distance, not too much to report there, but see here how I had to come back to trot there, but I kind of wanted to let it relax a little bit. Now here again, inside leg on, bending towards the inside, and then I put my leg on. He takes off straight away. His right side is usually a bit harder, but he's been great with his canter transitions in this lesson. Now here, yep, so we're going on the inside bend, sorry. I was just thinking of another week, and then I realised this wasn't the footage for that. Coming round, so I turned quite early. Could have made it out a little bit more than that. 1, 2, 3. So that you didn't actually see me jump that, but that was pretty nice. He did take off a little bit early. Now here, come back to trot, then I pop up. 1, 2. Pretty nice. I like it when he jumps a bit earlier rather than later, because he gets a bad chip. Now here, what I'm doing is continually, I actually thought my instructor told me I was on the wrong lead, so I changed that there. Now, as I'm coming in, I'm constantly having that inside bend, or at least trying to. Now, see how I kicked there? That's because he was either going to do that chip, or he was going to go for it, and I tried to get him to go for it. Now, here's the coming in. I'm pretty sure we do a really crap, that was a crap distance. But what was happening there? See how he barrels around the corner? Like, that's what I'm trying to do here. See how I'm constantly just trying to nug on that inside hand and get him to calm down. But coming up to that jump before, I wasn't counting and because of that, I didn't see my striding at all. He didn't see it, I didn't see it. Now see here, I'm constantly trying to get that inside bend. 1, 2, I missed a stride when I was counting them. Now my inside leg, my right leg, is constantly on trying to barrel him out. That was pretty nice. It was quite quick coming up towards the jump, but he had a nice distance. I could see it, I could feel it, and that was what was most important. Now coming around, we're on the left lead now. So now left bend is it's a bit easier for me. He's better on the left than he is on the right. 3. Okay, so we had a bit of a chip there, but that was it was a bit short and choppy, whereas we kind of wanted it long and rhythmical. So here he takes off again a bit short and choppy, so it's all about coming up to it. If you're going around the arena and you're really short and choppy, you can't fix it 2 strides before you jump. 1, that was a horrible corner, but that was pretty nice. You know, he made that 3 quite easily. I didn't have to push him up to the second one. Now here, I'm pretty sure this distance is really nice. Yeah, that was really nice, you know, lovely. As we're coming around, I'm trying to continue. See how I nugged on that outside rein there? I'm trying to give him a door and say, go into this. Go, like trying to open a door basically. We're coming up to this now. See how it's a bit short and choppy? And he jumped it really nicely, but coming in, it felt like I had to push him to get up to it. And that's the whole point of this lesson, was to try and get it rhythmical the whole way around. Coming back to trot here. Now what my instructor actually does is she's going to stand there for me and show me what a corner actually looks like, because I seem to think I'm riding a corner. In reality, I'm not. So what she's going to do is she's going to stand there and I have to ride around the outside of her, and it's going to help me see what a good corner actually is. And you'll see how much difference it makes. That transition was really good. You'll see how much difference it actually makes when you ride a good corner. In your striding, your distance, your takeoff, everything is just so much better. So I kind of hesitated. I was like, that looks really weird. But then coming up to it, I was like, that's actually straight. I counted coming in. It looked really nice. It was lovely. Good job, Winston. I was very proud of him. He worked really hard for being out of work for like 2 months. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Pretty much the aim of this lesson was to try and get that rhythmical, rhythmical rhythm going around the jumps, and kind of having that rhythm throughout all of the jumps, regardless of whether it was in the double, whether it was in the single, and trying to do all that with an inside bend and a wide right angled corner. Hope this helped you in some way and maybe gave you an idea of something you can do with your horses when you ride. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. And yeah, stay tuned. Bye.